And we are live. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? I'm your typical host. I changed it. They're gonna get here. And
What's up, fam?
this is a YouTube video. Anyways, I'm your typical host. Fuck, I had something to it. But anyways, yes, this is episode 5 with Gilbert Robles. Anyways, sorry for the delay. Damn, I feel so out of place. Anyways, yes, this is episode 5. How are you doing?
Doing lit, kind of tired.
How was all day today and just yesterday?
It's a lot of grind, bro. Like I've been I've been going like nonstop every single day, so it's just like a lot of stress. And
Yeah.
my girl like left already, so like I have more time for myself, but I have
Just to
a
be
lot of work
clear,
to do.
she didn't leave you. She left to university because
Yeah,
you
she
said
went to university.
yeah,
She left me.
yeah,
She took the kids.
yeah, and she's filing divorce.
Yeah, I'm
Anyways,
gonna jump off a
we're gonna get age restricted just because he said
bridge.
that. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, no, dude, same here. But honestly, what I would want to say is like because I had you on the first podcast, right?
Yeah.
But usually when I have people like
Hey,
you
what's up?
or anyone else, I do.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, it is about time. We won't get into that. I don't want to shame him for.
Shut up.
I say I'm not gonna shame you. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. So you were saying, go on.
About what?
You're like basically grinding and you're going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like not a lot of sleep, a lot of work, especially with college. I'm going in like in exactly a month,
Oh shit.
so there's a lot of paperwork that I have to do, and there's a lot of like I have to write an essay for other issues, and I have to do like
Yeah.
a bunch of paperwork, and I have to do an academic two academic plans, and then yeah, it's just the stress that I'm running out of time during the summer
Do you feel like
to
it's
be
worth it though?
myself.
Like, are you feeling it like you're like you're getting a lot done?
Yeah,
And also not just that you're getting a lot done, but also it's becoming worth it pretty much. Or does it feel like you're still figuring that out?
with the work that I'm doing or with college.
Both, because you mentioned college and you
Yeah,
mentioned
I mean the work that I'm doing definitely gives me like entrepreneurial,
oh yeah,
like
I've been feeling. My bad to cut you off. I was just wanting
yeah,
to say I've been feeling the same way. Just like more,
yeah,
I've been feeling more out of my comfort zone, which is making me more comfortable. If that makes sense.
hmm
It sounds it sounds weird, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
what makes you feel like more yourself.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Anyways, I was gonna ask you a question because you said less sleep. I've been feeling the same thing, but I thought of this concept because usually people are there's entrepreneurs that you know how there's people like oh you got to wake up early get your workout
yeah,
and I do believe that's why I try and get my workout at 6 a.m. I thought of this, and obviously it's different for everyone else, but because sleep is really important. That's how you function. If you
yeah,
get your 8 hours of sleep, that's how you function properly, and that's how you have the most energy.
yeah.
But what would you say? Because I don't have an answer to it. But what would you say towards people who are like grinding all night and then waking up so early to?
Nah,
Because some people do that thinking
yeah,
and they think of that way as the proper grind. And as much as because sometimes I do feel like I want to. I will want to work out in the morning and stuff, but
yeah,
sometimes I have so many ideas at night where I feel like I have to work now at night, and it would probably be damaging if I were to do that and wake up early in the morning, but
yeah.
people are like so consistent with wanting to keep a schedule. So what's like your take on that?
Well, it doesn't really matter. You know how people say like, "Oh, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I
Yeah, a lot of people
grind,"
try and flex that.
but I mean, it doesn't matter at what time you wake up. It's about having a consistent sleeping schedule,
Yeah.
and if your schedule allows you to go to sleep at 3 in the morning, and if you have your best ideas from 2 to 3 in the morning before you go to sleep, and you wake up 6 hours, 8 hours later, and and that works for you,
Mhm.
that's fine. But if you're overworking, if you're sleeping like 2 3 hours a day, like I used to do in college, like that's not good. That's really unhealthy.
Yeah, and no, I used to do that too. I'd be waking up. I think there's a I because I like to post it, but it's like more of motivation. Like, hey, but I don't like to brag about. I don't like to brag about
Yeah,
waking up at 6 a.m. and stuff. That's just not me. It's just not my name. But I can see how you could do that and try to be motivational at the same time. But I think it really depends on your type of schedule. Um, like your type of schedule, how you're doing things. That's rude. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm
It's
just
like,
kidding.
oh, sorry, you're not important. Take my.
No, but where was I? Sorry, that cut me off. I like to do it in a way where it's like, because I have gotten people that message me back like, oh, just seeing you do it
Yeah.
makes me want to do it as well, and that is for the most part what I do like to go for, um, because it's like the more you do, it's just the more freedom I feel like you have. Like when I get shit done at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, not 6 a.m. but 6:30 a.m. because that's when I start working out. I feel like that's when I don't have to worry about working out anymore. I got that
Yeah.
out of my mind. Um, but I like to post it because it's like that's something not everyone should do because not everyone's like an athlete or anything like that. But
Yeah.
also you don't have to be. It's just like about getting just getting energized from your workout.
Whatever works for you. There's people that are morning people. There's people that are night people. I'm a night person.
You're a night person.
Actually, I think I can be both.
I think I can be both too.
I've had years where I wake up like at 4 in the morning and I go to the gym and I meal
Naturally.
prep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, and I meal prep and I do all these things and then I'm ready and I'm done by 3 o'clock. And then there's other times where I wake up at 12 or 1 and I'm
Yeah.
just like, fuck, like I just work like after that and I go to sleep like at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, but there's also studies because I've only read half of the book. I'm not gonna claim to know everything about it, and but I've also seen the podcast of how we'll talk about that right now. Just how sleep is really important, and it's like I feel like you can't grind at your most if you're just surviving on 3 hours of sleep.
Oh
As,
no.
that's not doable. I mean, there's studies that some people can do it with like 6 hours of sleep, but we'll go on we'll go on that right now. Anyways, on 6 hours of sleep.
Hungry.
All right, we'll talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Basically, going on six. I maybe that's genetics, but I just feel like it should be consistent. Your sleeping schedule,
Yeah.
and like maybe when not what everyone's promoting, because the way everyone seems to promote it is like, oh, I wake up at 6 a.m. or
Yeah.
like 5 a.m. to work out, but everyone think is different. Like I do videos,
Yeah.
which it consists of a certain amount of time, but doesn't really consist of me waking up early
Yeah.
and just like because it's more of I don't really have a deadline unless I want to set a deadline. By the way, I'm releasing a video this week, just
Okay.
plugging that in. Uh, anyways,
Stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned. I'm excited for it, but I'm also I wish I could recorded things different, but it's fine. It's still a pretty lit video. Anyways, is there anything you want to add to that? Just sleeping and grinding.
No, I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Now we're
Anyways,
talking about this.
yeah, we're gonna go on to childhood now. So I don't know. Here, let me see if you could. They're basically the ball with little chalky candy in it. Those used to be one of my favorite. Not exactly like my favorite candies. Anyways, I just decided to get them that because we were talking about it the other day, and you haven't tried them. Is that what you said?
No.
You haven't tried them. What did you eat when you were a child?
The Kinder eggs.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
That was my version of this. I didn't know Wonder Balls existed. I had Kinder eggs.
I think they were called something else though. Yeah, what makes those like really like well as like obviously it's like whatever now it's candy, but back then it was like not only do you get chocolate, but you get like
Mhm.
the candy inside.
Oh, I thought I had toys inside.
No, not that. Were you about to choke on the candy? And anyways, you said yeah. I had the Kinder eggs too, but for the most
They're
part,
hard.
just good though. I ate both of mine like really fast.
On the arm?
Yeah, I'll have the. Anyways, what was I saying? Speaking of childhood, how would you say is yours? Was it domestic?
Pretty bad. I mean, it's like the classic like immigrant family
hmm
story. It's like parents worked really hard
Yeah.
to get you here. I'm from Culiacan,
Mm.
so like South Mexico.
hmm
Parents are super poor. Parents work really hard to get to the U.S.
Oh yeah.
so their kids can have a better education. And it's like everyone has the same story here, pretty much. I mean, a lot of people don't because they previous generations went through that, but a lot
Hmm.
of people that I know have the same exact story.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
and there's a lot of books
mhm,
that I was required to read for projects, and some of it had to do with the same thing as just crossing over here, just for a better life.
mhm.
I explained this on the last podcast or two podcasts ago. um, yeah, it's basically the same thing. Like my mom had to cross over here and all that stuff just to have a better living over here. Cause like, but it is quite different for everyone. Cause usually I feel like sometimes the what's the stigma, I think I would say. Um, I feel, and I'm probably wrong about it, but I feel like sometimes that's kind of like the only goal is just to get a job here and then pay for. That's
Yeah,
it's usually, and that's why some of the parents that did cross, maybe they had a little bit more
yeah.
in that, which I always wonder, like, why is that? Like, why stop there? And why not go? Because
Well, because I mean, I think a lot of families, like my family, come from really poor backgrounds.
hmm
So the fact of like that's the American dream. That's why that's the limit because going from shit to okay now I have like a stable job even though it's a 9 to 5 and I get minimum wage.
hmm
For a lot of people that's the American dream and having a house and even though you have debt, like you have a house and your kids are going to school
yeah.
and somehow they're gonna pay for college and like it doesn't matter.
Do you think that's a cycle, or do you think that's gonna change?
For now it's a cycle,
Yeah.
but I definitely see the educational system completely changing in the next 10 to 15 years.
Also, like high school and college, or and just
Everything,
everything in general.
everything. What we value now is going to be completely different in 10 to 15 years, um, because everything, our system will be so much different,
Yeah.
so dependent on technology that it will be fully 100% different. I believe school will disappear in the next 10 to 15 years.
And you actually like really believe that?
Yeah,
I feel like it will be there, but
it'll be
that
different.
maybe so. But I feel that there's gonna be like it's gonna be there, but there's gonna be
Yeah,
better alternatives
yeah,
to school. Like, well, there already is now. I'm watching videos now how people are saying how there's college, but there's like other better alternatives
mhm,
to college instead. And I actually kind of do agree with that because most of the stuff you have, it's funny. We always come back to talk about college, but anyways,
mhm. Well,
anyways.
I'm not talking about college. I'm
Oh well,
saying
yeah,
like
just school
even
educational.
kinder, like K through 12 education is gonna shift completely.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And I kind of want to go live for this
yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem.
because that's really interesting.
Yeah. So we were saying how it might change, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I
you're
think it
saying
will definitely
no, no,
change.
yeah, it definitely will change. Oh, here, let's see. Yeah, if you could. All right, anyways. Oh, he's going live on his phone to talk. Oh no, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. So you're saying it definitely. I no, I agree. It'll change. I just don't see it being like because there's a like yes, there's technology, but also the like also other reason for schools and stuff. It's to have to be more engaging with other students and find like different people
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Which I'm not quite sure if you can find that within technology. I mean, unless you're trying to talk about if you're unless you're talking about getting connected in communication wise of texting each other and like. But I'm saying like though there's some importance. There's a
Yeah.
good amount of importance in school, which is yeah, which is just engaging with each other. Otherwise, like it would be boring. Like no one would want to
Yeah.
go. It'd be more boring.
I mean, I think in terms of like human contact, I'm
Yeah.
not entirely sure how that's gonna go, but 100%, I am sure that the things that we're teaching, the curriculum, the
hmm
way we teach is going to be 100% different. For example, right now you go to school, you go to kinder,
Yeah.
and the most prestigious schools, like elementary schools,
Yeah.
are the ones that offer the widest array of teachers and
Yeah.
the amount of things that you can learn. But nowadays we have every anything that you can possibly imagine on the internet for free, and you can choose who your teacher is. So
That
if you
is
don't
true.
like the teacher, you can change the teacher
Yeah.
because teachers nowadays are YouTubers or people
Oh yeah.
on a website or people like there's an infinite amount of teachers now
Yeah.
on any given subject.
Yeah, it's not even like teach. It's not even teaching teaching you how to do art or guitar. It's actual like mathematics,
Yeah,
and they'll start from the very bottom too. They'll have like a step one video, a
mhm,
step two video going from
exactly.
here. Um, but yeah, like so yeah, I do agree that it is gonna change,
Yeah.
but I still do feel like school is gonna be there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Um, I can see the value of engagement because well, you know how when you have a because there's a proper teaching of getting kids involved and stuff like. Oh my bad, my bad if it's how's that? Okay, anyways, um, it's lit. Anyways, you know how there's because I find it more engaging when you have a teacher saying, "Oh, like can you show me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or can you do this?" What's the term when you're more hands on and stuff like that?
Hands on. Yeah.
No, I know, but there's a specific name for it. Anyways, that's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. I find it more because some people are just auditoric or audit.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. I
like
see. So like
listeners.
listening versus writing
Yeah,
something
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
moving something.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like when I try to learn the guitar and stuff.
Yeah.
I find it more engaging when if someone were to be there and be like, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
doing this wrong," which there probably will be that with technology. Like it's always advancing. I think the only thing I'll have to say is that man, I had
Yo,
a
what's up, bro?
yo, what's going on? Anyway, anyways, I think just people appreciate the engagement right now because well, why do you think that's been going on for so long? Like that's something that's been obviously technology is like a big factor now,
Yeah.
right? But I'm sure there could have been like some other ways to change it. I mean, I'm not sure if it's been changed before, you know what I mean? Like it's just like why classes have been the same. They haven't necessarily changed
Yeah.
for
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we've been on the same system
yeah.
for so long, and it's a system that forces people to learn the same way. So everyone has to learn the same way. Everyone has one teacher in a classroom with 20 people. In the future, schools will transition into a more open, like you still have that interaction between teacher and student,
Yeah.
but it'll be things like, okay, today we're going to have a class with 1000 students, because you can put it on a podcast or you can put it on a YouTube video,
Mm.
and you can interact like right now
That is true because
with
I
the people.
yeah, that is true because I listened to a long podcast, like a 4 hour podcast
Yeah.
yesterday, and I feel like I got learned a lot just
Yeah.
within that podcast, and I laughed a lot within. Like I felt more engaged in it. So I think it just depends on how natural you make it as well,
Yeah.
because you can. I feel like if you sound like a robot, or or if it's just I don't know if it's just something just telling you how to do this. It's just in a very plain way too. In a very plain way. What was I gonna say? Um, anything else you want to add to that?
I mean, I don't know if I got this in the beginning of this video.
Yeah.
um
No, you can go ahead.
I believe 100% that technology will completely shift the way schools are like running things right now. I feel like there's going to be like the most prestigious schools are the ones that teach students how to use technology like to their advantage the most. Like the schools that have like augmented reality incorporated into a kindergarten classroom. Like, oh look, here's a cell, and then
Mm.
like have them like look at the cell and shit like that.
Okay.
Like that's gonna completely change like the way we teach and the way we learn, and it's going to change the school system, because we're going to be moving from like, okay, we're going to learn the times tables, to like, okay, now that you have the times tables like in a chip in your brain or something,
Yeah.
or like you have a cell phone like in your
Yeah.
pocket and you can know what 2 times 3 is in like 0.2 seconds because your calculator tells you. Like we're going to change the conversation to more advanced topics.
Do you think that's gonna devalue prestigious schools like charter schools, private schools, and like places like Harvard and stuff like that?
No.
No. But if there is gonna be, if you think there's, because I definitely believe there's gonna be like better alternatives. Do you think saying there's gonna be better alternatives is kind of implying, oh, there's like, oh, you could do this, which would be kind of better than going to Harvard or something like that.
Well, there's because remember that there's things that you can't really learn without college. That's
Yeah.
why like I never really like say college is bad.
Yeah, I mean,
I
neither.
say college is not for everyone. So the
Yeah.
people that go,
I think that's a talk that a lot of people.
shut the fuck up, Noah.
Anyways, no, go ahead. I'm on board. You were saying we're we were on the, devaluing, if it's gonna devalue Harvard's. Oh, you're saying that not college is for everyone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue, because I didn't seem like you were done.
I mean, I think we've already touched this like a couple.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
last
yeah,
time
yeah.
I came, I was talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to like
Yeah.
repeat myself every single time. Like, oh, there he goes again.
Yeah.
Talking about like college.
I know. I don't want to do that either.
Yeah,
I hate being in a very I wouldn't consider it boring
yeah.
not a topic, but
Yeah.
a very plain topic. Anyways, we're talking about childhood. Um, other than
We poor as fuck.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
but maybe it doesn't bring a lot of like no, because this is what I thought of, and I've heard you mention this before. Some people like you feel bad for people that are, or the kids that come from a rich foundation,
Yeah.
because everyone starts to think, oh, you're only like that
Yeah.
because can you expand on
I
that?
can. Oh, I mean, it's like one of the things that I fear is like like Gary V. You know, he talks about like I don't want to win the lottery because then people will think that my success
Is
is
based on
based
that.
on me getting lucky and you being born into a rich family
Yeah.
and you being white and being entitled and you might be, but I'm not saying you are.
Hmm.
But your success will always be like like under the shadow that you were lucky enough to be born into a rich
Yeah.
family or oh you got lucky because you won the lottery.
Hmm.
Like it's not your merit, so people will devalue your success based on your luck.
And do you think because I feel like that's valued a lot if you're poor,
Yeah.
and then but people see that like you have a like I guess people can see now. Oh, I don't have the biggest room now,
Yeah.
and let's say in a good, I don't know, 3 years, I have a big ass studio and shit there. It's like, oh shit, you started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Like that's what people consider started from the bottom. Now we're here. But
Well, it's because it's really cool right now to do that.
yeah, it's not even.
Entrepreneurship and business and being like becoming a millionaire, like all that's really cool. And coming from the bottom sounds really cool, but people don't realize the amount of work like this that that comes before. People
Yeah.
aren't inspired by you until you reach success, and all your ideas are absolutely stupid until they become successful, and then people are like, "Wow, that was a good idea. I'm
Yeah.
sorry." And
I think just people should be more aware of that, because I've definitely seen people that have like a nice camera,
yeah,
have a nice this, but they don't have the same amount of effort put into that video or podcast or whatever. Uh, um, anyways, yeah, they don't have the same amount of effort as, I'm not saying as me or anything like that. I think I'm doing pretty average with the podcast and stuff, but I'm always trying to strive to get better at just becoming a host or just doing whatever I can do.
yeah,
But what I'm saying is, I've definitely seen some people where they're born into, I don't want to say rich. Well, I guess I would say, yeah, just like
yeah.
high income, but
Amen, brother.
but they're not producing. They're not producing like a high effort. And it's, to be, if I'm being really frank, it's like it'll be like shitty content,
Yeah.
or yeah, pretty much just that. What would you say about that?
What?
Bro, what would you say about that? Just
Like
the
people that are born into rich families and
Yeah.
think they don't have to try.
Yeah, because when
Well,
I, oh my bad, go ahead.
well, I mean, that just means like they don't value what they have. They don't value what they were born into, and they're not taking advantage of
Can
what's
you
gifted to them.
can you really blame them though? Yeah, I know. If you could turn it to you, go ahead. Um, if you just turn it to you if you want, like, just you.
I don't know.
okay, I have a good question. Can you really blame them though? Because a lot can just be like
No.
condensed. A lot of it can be condensed to. I feel like that is just your
Yeah,
actual
that is
answer.
my answer.
Okay, okay. Parenting.
Yeah, that's
You,
why. Like,
you
it's not the kid's fault; it's the parents' fault because they didn't discipline them and they didn't teach them to value things.
mhm.
They just gave them everything. Because you can be born into a rich family, into like a rich family, and they can make you work for
Yeah,
things like it's about even though you're rich, tell your kid that he has to earn his own money.
yeah.
Tell your kid that if he wants to go to college or if he wants to be a YouTuber or whatever the fuck he wants to do,
He has to
they're gonna have
grind.
to pay for that.
Yeah,
Like, it's not your responsibility. Well, and I'm not saying like kick them out of the house and
yeah.
like
No, no.
like
There's definitely
you can
ways
give
to
them
do
food,
that.
you can take care of them, you can love them, you can spoil them every once in a while. But a lot of things, like I see a lot of people right now going on like fancy vacations,
Yeah,
like
what the hell? I'm seeing that too. Yeah,
a
it's
lot of people
crazy.
buying like Balenciaga shoes, a lot of
Yeah,
people
dude.
like, do you really have the money for that? Or like,
Yeah, the majority will just be they're just pulling out a loan, or they're just and it's just for that. It's not really going anywhere. And
yeah. And I'm sure the $10,000 cruise that you're going on, that's not your money. That's your fucking parents' money,
yeah,
and that's the kind of spoiling that, like, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Like, there's a lot of people that say, I'd rather go, I'd rather like spend all my money now and experience life when I'm young. And I guess, but are you thinking about the rest of your life? Like, are you thinking about the long run? Like, what if another economic crisis hits and like
you say?
shut the fuck up. I think being rich really hurts kids. I mean, it depends. It doesn't have to hurt kids. Like, it's about the parenting. Like,
Yeah,
they have to make you value what you have.
I think the most important thing you can do is just get really involved. If let's say, I mean, that's speaking because when you're growing up at a poor financial situation, it's nice to know you're not the poorest and you're not at the
Yeah,
bottom. Like like just having a house, you're already like a good step above, like a high step above.
yeah,
And if you're really rich and successful, um, rich doesn't devalue anyone, but it's just like saying if you're really rich and successful, uh, not successful. Let's take that out. If you're just really rich, you can go on about how
yeah.
no, it's because it kills my train of thought. That's why. No, you're good. You're good. I was saying how
If you're really rich and successful,
no, but take off successful because it's just rich.
rich.
Um, where was I? Oh, it's nice to appreciate what you do have, and I saw what's his name, Kevin Hart talking about it. How you want to teach your kids on, and I really believe it on how show your kids what they do have and also what they don't have. Because if
Yeah,
if, if you're going about how you're teaching others how like you want to show them the real world, like pretty much you want to show them the real world, because if you're showing them, if you're not giving the
what's up, Julio? Yeah, yeah.
if
You
you're
gotta
not
show them the real world.
yeah, if you don't show them the true lens, then they're gonna start thinking that everyone's rich, and which that's not true. Like there's a lot of people in like heavy situations as well, and you just seem like an asshole if you think everyone's rich and has money, and you're not just humble with your money. Like this is why I'm not really religious, but I do believe in religious rules.
Yeah,
Like I think there's one where it's like give whatever you can, and I definitely believe that. That's no matter what situation you're. It's nice to not even just give your money, or but giving your time.
yeah.
Um. So it does. No, no,
Go
no,
ahead, go
no. You're
ahead.
good. You're good. You're good. No, but could you like add on to
To what?
basically
What's
how
your point?
my point is? I don't know. I
What?
don't know, dude. I don't know. What is this podcast? No, just kidding.
Uh,
No, but my point is, I'm not saying I'm gonna be the best parent ever, but I'm just saying I will be having my kids.
he's a dad, guys. He's
Not
a dad.
yet, not yet. I will have a nephew though in a couple days, so I'm excited for that. Anyways, my point is, even no no even
Yeah.
even even in a even I feel like you're zooming really.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Even at rich or poor. For me, I won't be a I'm saying when I'm a parent, I'm gonna be teaching these things even if I'm really rich and
Yeah.
successful. That's why I like what I was originally gonna point on to. I think you should learn more about people who are humble because that makes you humble yourself.
Yeah.
Um, Not just reading, but like just follow people that are humble, and just get away from the negativity. Um, I'll answer that right now. I'm reading a
Oh shit. Yeah.
I, I'm reading a book on this just to bring back humbleness, and but it's really important too. Fred Rogers.
No.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The beautiful, and then he has the imaginary town. No, you didn't watch KPBS.
Nope.
He's basically
Mexican, bro.
yeah,
You watch that shit?
but they had that on KPBS. Like it was Mr. Rogers. No, well, basically he was
All the TV I watched was
I think it was in transit in Spanish as well. I'm not sure. It's like Bob and Esponja.
Spanish.
Anyways, but the point I'm trying to make here is nobody knows. Basically, all you need to know is he was a really humble dude. He was really nice to kids, and not like that, which is
You heard it here.
no. But people are always trying to like he's creep. No, but he's like.
Are you nice to kids?
I mean, I like
You
to
like
be
kids,
humble.
huh?
Shut
You
up.
like kids?
I'm trying to make a point here.
I
My
heard it here first. He likes kids.
Shut up.
Look at that. Look at that face.
Stop. Anyways, you're killing my train of thought. My point is, I'm reading on this book, his autobiography, and what people don't know is he grew up on
Farm.
no, he grew up on a pretty rich and successfully family base,
Yeah.
and and not a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that. But I wonder what type of ideas like what, because
Yeah.
you know how, what are you laughing
You
at?
keep losing your train of thought.
Well, you keep distracting me.
No, I
Yes.
haven't said anything. I'm just trying to make it entertaining, like
Anyways,
have like little
anyways,
breaks in the middle,
yes. Anyways,
right?
no. um, please don't do that.
What?
I'm revoking my Patreon. What I was gonna say. Oh, okay. How about this? How about this concept? What do you think about people who? Because for Mr. Rogers, nobody really knew if he was rich or poor. At least I didn't know.
Mhm.
Um, but what about people who don't know? Because you said it's like cool to start from the bottom, but it's
Yeah.
also devalued if you start from the top. Not necessarily starting from the top, but already starting rich. What about you don't know? Is that do you think that's a
What do you mean you don't
um I guess for me I would say it's probably a weird topic, but let's say people let's say I did have money but I never like Keanu Reeves. Like he doesn't flex on anyone. He's like every but he's rich.
know? Yeah.
He's rich, and but he's a humble dude. He's always being nice to. I mean, that's what people already know him by. I don't really have a point to this, but what type of because there's growing up rich, and then growing up poor. But there's also and people seeing that lens.
Yeah.
What about people of like you don't know if whether they're rich or poor? I mean,
We just don't know though.
I know, but I'm saying, do you think that? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it just really depends on the hard effort they put
So
in. I did.
what's the question?
It's kind of hard because I have a question for it, but I don't know how to properly ask it. Like, what do you think about people who just like don't really
Oh my god.
what's up?
These questions are interesting.
All right, you know what?
Humble. Yes. Humble.
Yes. All right. We'll just
Thank you, Starry Skies, whoever that is.
All right, we'll just move on towards these questions. I'm gonna answer Stell Murphy's Alonzo. What would you do if you had 2 days left to live? I'm gonna let you answer that first.
2 days left to live.
Yes. And all seriousness, no bullshit. You have 2 days left to live right now.
2 days left to live.
Well, we can.
I would go to UC Merced and chill there for like a couple hours.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And who is at this? Who is at this university?
And it doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're not watching. It's fine.
Okay, but realistically, like, how would you spend your 2
No,
days?
okay, so fuck, I would break into somewhere. Like I would choose,
That's pretty interesting.
yeah, like I would break into a place. I don't know where though. I don't really know. Like I don't know. I would find a cool event in San Diego, and I would go. Like let's say there was an event going on in the convention center. Let's say it was Comic Con weekend, and I would just like break in and like just like do something crazy.
I feel like there's two different because usually there's people that, oh, I would break the law and
I would
shit,
break the law. Yeah.
but there's also people like, oh, I just want to die peacefully and shit. Personally, I feel like I don't know.
Break into a gym.
Break. That's right. Even
Yo.
we die grinding.
I would go and buy a membership at a random gym and be like, I'm gonna come every day, and then I die after.
You just
2
never
days.
show up.
Yeah.
They have a statue of you right after.
Ah, I don't need to go to the gym.
Yeah, say that in a year. Just not going, not working out.
I'm just not gonna go to the gym.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm 206 pounds.
Really?
Yes.
You, I can't.
Look
don't-
at me.
I haven't.
Shame me.
I haven't weighed myself in a while.
206 pounds.
Yeah. Do you plan on losing the weight soon, fatty? Nah, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's honestly, it's mostly like I realized I look the same as when I was 170.
Yeah.
So that's positive because like it wasn't all fat. Like the weight I gained was like 25 pounds of like equally fat as equally muscle.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that like I gained all that weight, like 25, 26 pounds of muscle, but also fat. Like I don't care. Like I look the same as when I was 170.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. But I will say that I looked at some old pictures, and I look really skinny, and like, but now I look not just look, but I feel stronger.
Mhm.
But I also do feel a bit fatter as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I think the cool thing now is I don't really judge myself as much
It's
as I
all
did
muscle.
before.
Fuck no. Half of it is fat, bro.
I know. When we sit down, we take off the shirts. We just look like a
A couple of sexy bitches.
yes. We,
Like that's a joke from Fluffy. That's not
oh
that's
yeah,
from Fluffy.
yeah. Damn, you're stealing jokes. What are
Yeah,
you?
I'm stealing jokes
What are
from
you,
Fluffy,
Amy
bro.
Schumer? You know who that is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the lady that steals jokes. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not original.
Never seen.
Okay, anyways,
What was the second question? What's the dumbest? Oh wait,
I
how would
didn't.
you spend your 2 days?
We don't talk about
I would work out for 2 days straight.
that. And just die them. You die lifting your head,
Yeah.
your max.
So my dream is to die eating. I want to die with food coma. So I would work out, and then I would eat like a donut, and then I would go back to working out,
That sounds
and
painful.
then I would eat more.
Like that sounds good at first, but like later on, because I've had
That's
like
why.
that shit sounds, but painful though. Like
Well,
whoa, like because
yeah.
I've eaten a lot.
Like I can curl, like do like let's say I have like a
Curl turkeys
yeah,
and
curl
shit.
turkeys.
Yeah.
Like, ask a question. No, go ahead.
Anyways,
What your 2 days?
is this implying this is my last like a day and a half, or after this I have 2 days?
You have 2 days. Exactly.
So this day and the next day.
Well, 48 hours from now. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Well, what the fuck would I do? I don't know. I don't. I wouldn't know a year ago,
Go.
but
Just go. You would make videos for 2 days. Do a 2 hour 2 day live stream. I was like, this is what I'm doing before I die, and then it's just you like playing.
I would
Minecraft.
no. I would if I had to be. I would probably make a video like saying I don't know, dude. I have no idea. Um, I don't know. I guess. Okay, realistically, look, I would go to Japan. I would go to Japan.
Japan? How would you get to Japan?
Well, I'm pretty sure a plane there isn't like that. I would pull out a
To
loan.
Japan?
Yes. It's my dream.
Alright. We're talking theoretically here.
Well, I have 2 days to live. I'm gonna live it however the fuck I want.
Yeah.
So I would pull out a loan.
But don't. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. What do you want?
I'm getting all serious about it.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
I have 2 days to live. I can
Like
do
you-
whatever. I can
Like
do.
you actually have 2 days to live.
I have 2 days to live. I would go to Japan or maybe Italy or something like that because I've never traveled anywhere.
Yeah.
I've only really been in California, which is kind of boring. but I do have goals of traveling around the world and stuff. So I would probably fulfill that biggest goal of wanting to travel around the world, specifically Japan, because I don't know. I always thought just being in a different culture would be awesome. Um, and I'll just fuck with people. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's
But
a prank, bro.
just be like the next Logan Paul.
Fuck no.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I guess I would just go to Japan, just visit all the cool stuff there, have a blast. I guess I white pictures like taking my friends and stuff. You know, it's my last 2 days. I want to
Yeah.
have fun with my friends. Um, and that's pretty much it. I guess I just die in Japan.
Just
It's
dying
like
in
yeah. I
Japan.
mean, to me, I find that fun. I find that. You what were
Dying in Japan. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
But you were judging. You were like, what were you gonna say about it?
But what?
Because you were like Japan.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You said it right
Oh
now.
no, I don't remember that. Japan's fine. I was just saying about the loan.
Oh well, I say
It's
loan.
like it will probably take like a while for you to get the loan. It's not like
No, you
I
can.
need $10,000
No,
by
you,
tomorrow.
no, you can get a loan. I mean, I can get a loan real quick.
What's up, bro?
What happened?
Oh, Andrew joined.
Oh wait, Andrew.
Tell him what's up.
Oh, that Andrew. Anyways,
Oh, damn.
well,
You didn't
no,
even say what's up.
wait, which an? Oh, what's going on? Well, I'm focused on the podcast.
All right. By
Anyways,
the way, we're live on YouTube.
yeah, if you want to check it out on the podcast. Anyways, yeah, my answer is I would go to Japan and visit things I've never seen before. That's just my way of fun. All right. What's the dumbest thing you did as a kid? That's a really good question, dude. That's a really good question. It's classified.
Dumbest thing I did as a kid. I don't remember doing anything like super dumb.
Well, maybe yeah, because I can't really think of anything either. But I would probably just have to say playing around with BB guns out in the streets because I don't know if you saw the last podcast, but we're Alonzo and I were talking about that of how this one time a cop pointed a gun at me as a kid because yeah because my friends and I used to play BB guns a lot and they had they looked real
Yeah.
and so I'm sure if they didn't have the orange chip we probably would have gotten shot because all you just see is
I don't think he would have shot kid. He would have just been like gone up to you and be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
he yelled at us. He was like, "Fucking put it down!" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And we were just like kids, just like playing guns, all innocent.
Yeah.
Like, as far as dumbest, that's probably it. I'm sure I can think of something worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I did steal a lot.
What the
I did steal a lot when I was younger. Obviously, like after I was a kid, I was really guilty. I'm like, fuck, I stole so many things. But I don't know. I just figure now it's best not to forgive yourself for all the guilty shit you've done. So stupidest thing, I did used to steal a lot, and I did like like the things I would steal. I'd go to Walmart and steal. I'd go.
It's hot in here,
I
guys.
know, dude, it is. Especially at this. Yeah, hold on though. You
Oh,
can't. You
yeah,
can't.
he asked it here too.
You can't. You can't think of anything.
No, I mean my parents were really strict, so I didn't have a lot of time to be really dumb.
Yeah. No.
Would you?
For me, I just had friends that were just pretty logical
Yeah.
for the most part. So we're just like, I mean, we had fun, but I guess if you want to say stupidest thing, we just went out and played BB guns all together. We could have shot each other in the eye. That was a possibility, but that's all I can think of as far as stupidest thing. Um, so you can't really think of anything else you did. You're pretty boring. Get off the podcast.
You stop it from rotating.
The stupidest thing I've done is started a podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you loser. Anyways, I guess next question. I'm sorry, dude. Maybe I'll think of it after. I just can't think of anything right now. But yeah. Oh yeah, Noah asked the question. Road trip to Kansas for Noah and watch. Dude, give us some tickets.
Yeah, I know,
Pay
dude.
for a trip.
Let's call Aaron and be like, "Yo, fly me to
I
Kansas."
know. I'm not at my richest point right now. I'm at my happiest, but I'm not my richest. Where I could just do like just go at my
Yeah.
just go at my or just get out of my way and just get it. where? How far is Kansas? It's Kansas, right?
Yeah.
How far is that?
So we're planning a road trip to Kansas.
I'll make a video on that if we go, and if he pays for our tickets to fly there or drive there, or it's either you pay for our gas or you pay for our plane ticket. It's either or. Anyways,
24 hours away in car. Fuck, dude.
are you paying for gas? Nah, I'm just kidding. I would probably still go. It just where would
Senior year. I'm down.
his senior year?
Yeah.
I'd be pretty down. Anyways,
4 hour flight.
is he saying it on both? Oh, because you keep looking here. I'm like,
Because people are like joining.
oh, okay. Anyways, so still nothing stupid.
No. Why is that so important?
Well, I mean, that's the only last question I can think of right now that's like up here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, all right. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nah,
I have an announcement to make.
I mean,
no, but go ahead. I'm just like,
stop bullying.
stop bullying.
Okay, guys, I have an announcement to make.
Uh,
What do you think about college? We always
why
talk
or
about,
oh what
we
what?
always talk about college though. I feel like we've given our
There's definitely a lot I can put in, but
Yeah.
I'm not one to just want to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's why I see what you mean exactly. We'll go on that right now, but actually, yeah, I'll go into it right now. But basically, all I want to announce is after this, we probably will not be going live, which kind of sucks too, because this is the type of interactions I like. Just people asking questions and stuff midway. Thank you, dude. It's hot in here. Anyways, yeah, we probably won't be going live after this, just because I have a phone and I have a microphone back here, and I want to improve the quality of because I know it's not the best right now, and I can't go live with those two things, and so that's pretty much it for now. I'll probably be going live after a certain amount of episodes.
later, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, what I was gonna say. So I don't know, probably after 1,000 subscribers, I'll go live. That's because it's part of the rules. Like I can go
Yeah.
live on my phone, and if I can go live on my phone, I could put in the microphone. Obviously, eventually, I want to get a studio and stuff. That's like way later on. That's getting too ahead of myself. Anyways, well, he did ask that question. How many kids of each do you guys? How many kids of each do you guys want to have, if any? How many
They
kids?
asked me something like that yesterday. They asked me like, how do I plan my wedding, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about my wedding or kids right now. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think about that
Yeah,
stuff.
I definitely I go here. I like post about it. I go here and there.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I do think about it. Back then, and I find it kind of cringy now. Back then in high school, I would have thought, "Oh, I want a big wedding. I want to invite all my friends." Like, no, yeah, that's why. That's why in high school it was that. But now I just want a small wedding and like my basically what I'm trying to say is my values have changed. I'm very sophisticated now. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, um, kids though, like if you just had to have an answer right now, because you kind of deflected the
Like
answer.
two,
Two, I would say two, but maybe four,
4
maybe three. I don't know, dude.
out of post up. What
So
does that mean?
I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Sometimes I think, oh, I'll just have one kid,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I want that kid to have like a brother or something to grow
Yeah.
up with.
And then another brother, sister.
I hope it's really honestly. I would like to, because it's like you know how some families have like oh just all girls or all boys, which honestly I don't care if I have a boy or girl. It's like a learning experience for either one. But what's your answer to that? What would you want to?
To what?
I don't know, boy or girl. Because some people are like, oh, I want to have a boy so we can go
Girls?
play ball or you whichever.
Both. Want a boy and a girl?
Yeah, yeah. I would want the same thing. Just two girls, like specifically.
Well, fight. Wait.
um,
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
I would
Star
probably say maybe four kids. Um, nah, you know what? Maybe two. Honestly, I don't want to surround myself by too many people.
I
Cause
just like I don't really care about that stuff right now.
Yeah, I know that's not something I really think. I right now I just think about making videos, doing
Yeah.
podcasts, but I do want to eventually get into thinking about further into my future because it's nice to see that picture. Um, so I would probably say 2 kids because if I'm being realistic, I want to have like dogs and shit, and it's like it's more of a hassle if I have four
Yeah.
kids, 2 dogs,
Dogs.
5 birds, a turtle, a hamster, a bunny, a tiger, and so yeah, realistically just 2 kids. Um, is there any other questions? No. Anyways, you were saying on about something right now.
About what?
Oh no, you were basically oh you don't think about
Oh yeah, like right now I'm just.
you kind
I
of
mean,
just
I don't
doing
think of
you.
that. I don't think of that stuff. It's just.
Yeah, I kind of just
I think I'm done with this one.
yeah. All right, bye bye y'all for the live stream or on that. Anyways, yeah, to answer your question, 4 kids. Um, yeah, it's something I don't really think about now, but I definitely will be. Um, yeah, pretty much. This is an awesome podcast, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Right?
um, someone did ask me yesterday, and it's because I never. I guess we'll talk about this. Someone did ask me, "Oh, when are you gonna
What?
have have a girl on your
Oh
podcast?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't have any female
Nah, I just hate women.
friends.
That's
He's
just it.
sexist.
Yeah, I'm sexist. I no, I mean, to be honest, this whole podcast is it's a really growing experiment. I can't lie about that. I can't say I don't get nervous at the very beginning because all this is really new, and I haven't done this stuff in a really long time.
Yeah.
Like the last time I ever did stuff like this was in high school when I
Yeah.
like did vlogs and stuff like that. But even then, I found that cringy. But going back to this, I feel like I'm really maturing into whatever content I'm going to be making, especially with videos as well. So I don't really have a definitive answer for how the podcast is gonna go, and I certainly for now it's just been like my guy friends, like it's been you,
Yeah.
Alonzo,
Richard.
but it just happens to be that way. It's just like I don't really put too much thought into it of like, oh, I don't want to have any girl. I do have a lot of plans of getting, like I said, I want to get. I haven't asked you yet. I'll probably, I don't know if I should talk about it, like a specific teacher on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not really secret, but I haven't asked her yet. But and I'm not sure if she'd be willing to be on it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, but I haven't asked her. I think I would prefer, and maybe I'm pretty sure she would prefer if I asked her if she could be on it prior, so she could be like have an answer for it, and I could say, oh yeah, I'll have her on.
Yeah.
But I would like to make that a goal, like get her on, and just
You
talk.
could convince people here to be like, let's get her to come through.
Well, okay. So the thing is, I don't know if I would want her coming because this is.
Shame her until she wants to be here.
I know.
Force her to be here.
Yeah. Okay. So to add context, there's a specific person I'd want to get on the podcast, but the only thing stopping me now
Let's be real. It's Elon Musk.
is Kanye West and
Yeah.
Elon Musk in the same room.
Exactly.
No, it's really doable. All I've been thinking about is it's gonna be kind of weird to do it in my room, but maybe no, no. Like it'd be kind of weird to just have her come over to my room, uh, and just do the podcast.
Yeah.
But I have thought of alternatives. Or like maybe I could do the podcast at her place, something like that. Um, I don't know, maybe, but I picture more of just having a studio.
You know what you should try for well, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking, you know how you did your car combos video?
Yeah.
Like the podcast doesn't need to be like here specifically.
Oh yeah, no, I thought
You
of
do
making.
it like at the beach, at a coffee shop, like anywhere.
Yeah.
But that does require like lights and shit.
Yeah, I would want if I'm gonna do it, I would want it to be as I'd want a lot of effort put into it.
Yeah.
Not just kind of like this, where this is just live streaming. Although there is some effort to doing this, like setting up
Yeah.
the time and then just engaging with people. But anyways, I definitely want to get on the podcast. I'll probably I won't say who it is. I'll just wait till
Yeah.
later. But I actually really am
To
excited.
surprise people.
Yeah, I really am excited to have her on if I do get her on, which I'm pretty sure she will come on. Anyways, the to answer the question of that person that asked me, I don't really put too much thought of a like when I ask people to come on the podcast, I do put in thought in that, but I don't. It's not like I don't want girls in the podcast or anything like that. I do have plans of
Yeah,
getting like I have a lot of plans. I already talked to you before this. On the type like I would want to get makeup enthusiast,
yeah, yeah,
which kind of heavily implies girl. I mean, some guys do
yeah. But it's kind
makeup.
of it's different.
Yeah, and there's nothing again. Well, I'll probably get like a guy makeup enthusiast as well um, later on, but I don't really put. I know I'm sweating right now. I'm freaking shiny right now. Anyways, as far as who I want to get on the podcast, I would like to get. I want to expand more on just friends, like some people, like people I don't even know,
Yeah,
because I feel like if I just have my friends, not it won't just be boring. I won't because some I could have friends and it will also be pretty interesting, but I want to
just go over to the street and like get a stranger like, hey, you want to be on a podcast?
yeah, and I find out it's like someone really successful I didn't even know, and it's like, oh, yeah.
It's
Uh,
like, yeah, I'm a CEO of $1 million startup company.
can you invest in my studio, please? No. That's something I don't want to talk about. You were because you said Gary V. Um,
Guys, go follow Gary Vee. He's fucking
follow
awesome.
Gary V. He's awesome. Honestly, there's a reason why I only follow a certain amount of people on my social media. I like to follow people basically who are not just obviously friends, but that goes with who I want to have as friends as well. I want to have positive people around, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And not just positive people, but I'm sure it's probably the same with you, maybe, or
What?
like because I don't know the type of people you follow on your social media.
On my, well, now I have two accounts. That's the thing. So like anyone who follows me, like I've been following back, but on my private account, I follow like 15 people.
Mm.
At, yeah, it's like 15.
Can you go in depth about the private account?
So it all started because I wanted to start posting things more publicly
Yeah.
because I'm starting kind of like a personal brand.
Hmm.
And if you don't know what a personal brand is, it's pretty much like marketing people and their careers as as a brand. So it's kind of what I've been getting into because what happened?
It's warm. Go ahead. My bad. Your
So in
personal
the
brand.
future, I believe that if you have a company, if any company is not producing content every single day that brings value to people, then you're becoming irrelevant. So the way to grow nowadays and the way that networking is advancing and the way that business is advancing and the way that people consume content nowadays, it's all through social media. And this idea of a personal brand came because, well, if I want to grow something in the future, like I would want people not only to look at my company or whatever it is that I'm building,
Yeah.
but I also want people to look up to me and to see the process that I'm documenting and the way I'm living now and the process of me like attempting to
Yeah.
reach my own idea of success.
You mentioned you mentioned producing content every day.
Yeah,
What do you think about quality versus quantity?
I would say quality comes with quantity over time
Mm.
because you will get better.
You get faster.
What?
You get fat. You'll get faster as well.
Yeah, like see, I mean, look at Gary Vee. Like he posts every single day on written word, on video, on audio. Like he has absolutely
Yeah.
everything, and it's all fucking quality content. That's why I believe it's like
It comes
it's all
within
about
time.
yeah. Like not only that, like it forces you to be productive every single day and to be productive throughout the whole day. And right now, like obviously, like I'm not like super, I got other shit to do.
Yeah.
um that's why I'm not posting every single thing that I do.
Yeah.
Also, some of the things are like secret.
Yeah. I know. That's how I feel with the
Yeah.
same thing with my stuff as well. Like, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to talk
um
about me.
but like for example, like I've been posting a lot of, and it's little things. Like I'm not doing like
Yeah.
full on like videos. It's like whenever I have time to, for example, say like give advice on like a workout.
Hmm.
and I don't not only posting, but like people that ask me questions, I always try to reply. And if you're watching and I haven't replied to you, my bad. I'm busy.
I think we've all been pretty like
Yeah,
our friend group. I don't know.
but like people DM me and ask me for advice on like working out or something, and I'm always like I write them paragraphs like back, and like on, whether it's on life or whether it's on like business, whether it's fitness, like I want to grow my personality as like someone that people can look up to and admire, and
Mhm.
that's like the personal brand, and also like it brings me value
No, yeah,
to bring value to other people. Like I genuinely really like that, and that's also the reason why I'm doing it.
yeah, and it's also because I was gonna say the same thing. Um, Not the same thing, but also checking out people's work. You know, when I have
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have Angel on the podcast. Another guy.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But he's actually gonna be playing one of his new upcoming songs
Mm.
in the podcast. But anyways, what my point is being is I like to I, I like to just compliment and just like tell people to keep it up, to keep
Yeah.
up the work they're doing. I saw someone's new song. She posted their new song. I,
She?
yeah,
Ooh.
I don't I don't know her. Like I don't really know her, but
Yeah.
she's from here, I believe. And she posted a new song from her new band. I heard it, and I'm like, oh, dude, that's like really good.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
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 I
yeah. Her
yeah.
name's
Her name,
I forgot her name.
I think her name's Sophia.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I saw they have a band, and I was like, that's fucking cool.
Dude, that's
Like I didn't know
awesome.
they had
Dude,
like
that's awesome. And I heard it, and I heard it, and I just like said, keep it up. Like, I actually love the song.
yeah,
So I feel like that's really important too, just to give people like little feedback like that,
yeah,
especially when it comes to the podcast as well. Like, I want the feed, even if it's bad feedback, like, oh, the audio sucks. Uh,
yeah,
well, that's not really good feedback, but it'd be good feedback would be the audio sucks, but you could do
yeah.
this or something like that. Um, Anyways, I want to get on towards this question because I think it's pretty cool, and it does seem like we always not dick around, and I kind of want to do that. What kind of hobbies do you see yourself having in 15 years?
The same exact hobbies I have now.
I'm a simple man. What would you say is yours?
So I mean, right now
Hobbies, not really.
no, I know.
Oh, well, I guess go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't really want to go that much into it, but like
You don't have to.
I'll say like playing guitar and shit like
Yeah.
that, like that for sure. Like it'll be something that I do for my whole life. Also, like anything that has to do with business. Like the other day, I was telling, I think I told you
Mhm.
about how I want to start a when I go back to school, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start selling hugs to people.
Mhm.
But like, I don't want to be the one hugging people. I'll just get like a crew
That sounds
of
really
like
interesting.
some nice looking dudes and have a table with a sign on it,
Yeah.
and then just like be like in the middle of the school, and especially like when finals come and shit like that, that people are like, fuck, I really need like human contact right now. Just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'll charge you $1 and you can hug this handsome dude, and like it's just because it's fun and it's like
Yeah.
entrepreneurial, like just making a business out of absolutely anything.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah,
Like I'll be honest. I think the really cool thing about it is like, especially not because I'm willing to fail for this podcast, and you're willing to fail whatever you're gonna do.
yeah.
And
I mean, I know I'm gonna fail at some point. Like
yeah, yeah,
it's
but
not
but it's
if I'm willing, it's like I know I will,
yeah,
and it's just about being prepared.
yeah. Um, it's probably gonna cut.
Lobos.
Um, I'll answer that right now. Yeah, no, but I like because for me it's like with the videos and podcasts, I'm doing it no matter a week,
Yeah,
even if I'm delaying some things. Because I might be doing two podcasts, but I might be going into a podcast a week. But I'm still gonna put in as much effort as I can in that podcast
yeah,
because I'm willing to fail for it. Like I'm willing to like sound stupid and like still grow out of because all this is just a growing process. Anyways, for my hobbies, well, were you done with your hobbies? You said business and
yeah. I'm pretty much done. It's just like I really like music. I really like anything that's like going out and like
I have a lot of
trying to
hobbies.
sell shit. Like
Yeah,
I'm passionate. Yeah, me too. Like I'm passionate about a lot of things,
yeah,
and I think that's a trait that not a lot of people have, and it was being looked down upon in the past because you have to choose one thing to be passionate
Oh no,
about.
you
And
don't.
I'm just like, no, like the more things I'm good at, the better. Like people always tell me like, well, what's your passion? And I'm like, I'm passionate about learning new things, and people are like, it's not a thing, and I'm like, yes, it is. People make millions of dollars on the internet about it.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I would say um, a little bit of the same thing, but I feel mine are maybe pretty chill. I don't know. For hobby, it's like I like to. Well, what would you consider? Because I like photography.
Yeah,
I suck at drawing, but um, I do it sometimes, but it makes me really relax. And I'm like
photography.
photography and drawing.
Oh,
And would you consider fishing? Yeah, fishing is like a
yeah, yeah.
yeah, right.
I mean,
Dude, I freaking love fishing. That's like the most chillest thing I
yeah.
could ever do. And I've only done it. I never did it. I recently done it like last year, and it's like so exciting when you're just waiting there, and then finally a fish comes after 30 minutes or something like that. It's the most exciting thing. Like it sounds boring, but I feel like someone can relate to this when you're fishing. Oh, I think I saw Alonzo was fishing a couple days ago. It sounds boring, but honestly, it's like the most awesome thing ever when you have even if it's a small fish, it's just like yes, I caught something, and then you throw it back and shit.
I mean, I think we live in a society.
Yes,
We
we definitely
we
do.
live in an era where any hobby that you have, because it's a hobby because you like doing it
Yeah,
on your spare time, right?
if you don't like doing it, then
And
fucking don't do
we
it.
live in this era where your hobbies, if you have a phone camera with you, you record yourself doing it, you post it on YouTube of you doing something you like and
Yeah,
that you're good at or want to get good at is the
on
business of today.
yeah, just your hobby, just
So that's how side hustle started. And I talked about it in like a video that I put. It's just like choose something that you like, that it's your hobby that you like to do, that you're good at, and then make content about it, like of just you literally fucking fishing, talking about fishing, if that's what you like to do, or maybe you like to do little like fucking origami
yeah,
cranes or whatever the fuck it is you like to do.
yeah.
There's someone that wants to watch you do it. So make
Oh no,
videos of
you're
it,
right on
post it
that.
on Instagram, make an Instagram account of your hobby, and I don't know. That's just the business of today. That's how it works.
Yeah. Oh, dude, see, that's what I'm talking about.
MVP.
Hey, how excited were you, Alonzo? I'm telling you, dude. I went fishing. I want to get back to it. I want to get back to it too.
Pescado.
Dude, freaking fishing is so awesome. It's like it sounds boring, but it's like I love it, and like I would want to fit I would want to go on boats and like I haven't done it before, but I'd want to go boats
Yeah.
and on boats and start fishing for big ass fish and shit because it's just even if I don't like eat the fish,
Yeah.
it's just like
A lot of
really
people just put them back.
yeah. And honestly, because I don't recall even eating them. I just like I froze them, but we never got to use them. And yeah, I know it's pretty waste.
Let's go fishing.
I'm down.
Yo, Alonso, let's go fishing.
Yeah, let's go fish. Let's plan it one of these days. I'm actually down about that.
Yeah, me too.
I want to
I'm
go fish.
serious. Let's go fishing.
I know you're serious. I know you're serious. Anyways, so fishing would be one of them. Um, photography I really like. I like getting on my computer. Uh, that's right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Um, photography I really like just the whole process of every time I have someone. It's my not photography, Photoshop as well.
Yeah.
Every time I like when I ask you, oh, send me a picture of I have to delete everything around it and just put your picture, or when I got like Alonzo's picture.
I have a question about one of your hobbies.
What's up?
What do you think about donkeys?
Oh,
You like donkeys? I like donkeys.
okay. If I'm gonna be honest,
Let's talk about that for a second.
okay, let me just finish up the hobby
All
thing
right,
real
all right.
quick.
That's a
Uh,
hobby. No, go ahead, go ahead.
okay, hold on.
Do you guys like donkeys? Tell
Donkeys
us
are
in the
pretty.
comment section down below. Smash that like button
Smash the
and
like button.
that bell
This
and
isn't a
subscribe.
YouTube video. This is a podcast.
It'll become a YouTube video.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyways, Photoshop and all that stuff is really exciting. I like the process of it, drawing as well. Probably playing the piano and all that stuff.
Smash the like button.
Destroy this. Destroy it.
Destroy it.
Shoot it. All right. I guess that's all I have. I've been married to one. I live
What?
to donkey. I'm gonna assume donkey.
To
Any,
donkeys.
anyways, Donkeys, yeah. Oh, honestly, I guess I can answer that question, kind
Yeah.
of. I won't answer. I won't
Donkeys.
answer.
So
What?
it's a secret
For now, I guess.
for now. All right.
But I will say this: donkeys are probably one of my favorite animals ever
Why?
because they're so underrated, dude. It's. I'm not even joking. It's just like people like to be like, oh, I want like my favorite animal is a lion because that's so because they're so like strong and they're like the king of the jungle and shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
but some people are, oh, I like dogs because they're cute and they're all this shit. And it's like I like donkeys because they're just there. They're not flexing on anyone. That's
They're humble.
yeah, they're humble, and that's like all you really see. And
What's it called?
too dinky. Um, and it was right now we're just going on favorite animals.
What?
Uh,
No, we weren't.
well, I mean, I'm kind of am explaining why it's my
Oh
favorite
yeah, I
animal.
guess.
Donkeys are pretty cute. They're underrated. Have you seen them? Have you seen them when they're babies? That's like they're cuter than the baby horse.
You all need to go follow Too Dinky on Instagram.
Hey, if you can and you have the time, no, just do it.
Just
Follow
do
Too
it.
Dinky.
Too Dinky. Look at this shit. It's donkeys.
Yes, they're gonna invade soon.
They're gonna get donkey invasion coming soon to theaters. Coming soon to
Coming
theaters.
soon. Dude, it's really hot.
I know.
Anyways, is
Right? Look at
anyone?
us fucking struggling here,
I know.
switching the fan
I know.
like this, like that.
So-
That's how poor we are.
I know, dude. I
'Cause
can.
that's how I be in my house too.
I know, dude. That's like an old fan too. It's not
Yeah.
even a new fan. It's like 70. What is this?
These are new fans.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Anyways, what were we on about? Too dinky. What was your question?
Oh, just like what's the deal with that?
With what?
With that account? It's a cool account.
um,
What's
I don't know. It's like,
what's the deal?
well, I'm not really too big into. It honestly was just like something to fuck around with, like just to have fun with. But it'd be cool if like, oh, I can make a. You know how like dull and dark, or it's like a duck,
Yeah.
or I don't know. I was thinking of just doing something like that, but with donkeys. you know,
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like
cool.
no one here is knowing what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. All right. Let's just change the question.
All right,
I mean, I feel like we're pretty much like done. Like,
we can go for 10 more minutes if you want.
I don't mind.
All right, you change. I'm usually the one changing the topic. You ask me something.
I'm horrible at getting like spontaneous conversation topics though.
Why is that? Mm, how about this? Let's talk about introverts and out because for some people it's really easy to just be out there and stuff. Um, I don't know where I would go with this, but because you brought that up, and I'm just thinking of I guess someone asked something. Anyways, just I guess the difference between introverts and extroverts in your opinion. That's all. Like I guess for you, uh,
Oh, the difference.
yeah. I guess between success and stuff, because
I feel like it doesn't really matter. You could be introverted and still find your own success.
I have a book I really need to read on introverts. It's called oh, it's right there. It's called Quiet, and it just talks about the world, living in a world with I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try and remember. Um, honestly, I'm trying to think of something, but I really can't.
Yeah, me neither.
This is the last live podcast. Probably, well, I think we can think of something within 5 minutes. Huh?
I don't know.
Outrovert, I know, dude. No, not outrovert.
Extrovert.
Extrovert. Yeah, no, everyone's gonna say. They're gonna make that into a sound bit. Outrovert. Yeah, I know it is. I know it is.
An outrovert is the person that makes outros in YouTube.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Did I say outrovert too?
I think
I
so.
feel like I did, yeah. I didn't even realize.
All right, I got a good question. Would you want to live here prior in like 20 years or something like that in this area, San Diego?
In San Diego, yeah, not here. Like where I live right now, no.
We have a house in TJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's lit.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
If you guys haven't been to my house in TJ, you have to go to my house in TJ.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Okay, I just have this. Oh, well, so you wouldn't. So you probably picture. So you in San Diego? Yes, you would live in San Diego.
Yeah, I want to live in like Del Mar or like La Jolla.
Yeah. I know it's because I don't want to live there too. Well, live there or just do you want to like travel or anything like that?
Kinda.
Is that
I'm not a big like everyone's saying like, oh, I want to travel the world and shit, but I I'm not focused on that right now. I'm just like
yeah? I'm
I
not
want to
really.
fucking grind first before I can focus on going on a vacation.
Yeah, I think for when I picture traveling, for me, it's oh, I just happen to have. I need to do something over
Yeah.
there. Like that'd be awesome. Like oh, I'm over here because I gotta get on someone else's
Yeah.
podcast or I want to be in someone else's video. Like they invited me.
Right.
That itself is pretty cool because it's like it just happened to be there.
Yeah, I would want to go on tour, like giving public speaking conferences to people.
Yeah, and you just happen to be in the area. I don't really think about. I mean, for the most part, sometimes I do, but as far as not being here, I would like to eventually live in Japan or Italy or
Oh
maybe,
yeah.
but actually live there. Um, I don't know, just because I thought it'd be really cool just to like, I guess hopefully later on, just like be with my partner or wife or whatever,
And
and just like I don't know, just live there. Not it's kind of it sounds kind of cliche.
Roblox girlfriend.
Yes, no, my Minecraft girlfriend. Dude, PewDiePie reached 100 mil. That's
And got
awesome,
married.
dude. You know what's awesome? It's like, cause some people will hate and be like, oh, like he doesn't, like I don't know, like with him it's different, but it's cool because it's like he's really humble about it, and that's like it's setting a really cool standard. Like there's a reason why a lot of people are celebrating him. Like I'm happy
Yeah.
for him, you know, but like when like when someone stupid or just obnoxious reaches a million, you're just like, oh, like
All right.
yeah, it's just whatever. But for him, like I saw a lot of people post like, yes, he does, and I truly believe he's one of the people that does deserve it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because he was chosen by the people. He wasn't like trying so fucking hard.
yeah, he's just humble about it. He's just
Yeah.
humble about everything. Um, which is for the most part for me, that's how I'm trying to grow myself. I'm trying to like, so that's why I'm reading books on people who are like that, and also watching people who are like that, because that's how I want to be. Just not take myself too serious and be like, subscribe. Like I'd want to earn that, you know. Not saying I want to be like the next top or anything.
Yeah.
Um, to be honest, it would just be cool. To be like, I wouldn't even mind being like second, like that, as long as like he's first.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Like, yeah.
well, you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
right? It's like it's awesome that he's like number one. Well, he's not number. He's kind of technically number two.
Nah, he's number one, dude.
Well,
Companies like huge corporations don't count as like content makers like that. They're not individual.
yeah.
Like we're talking about like individual people here.
Oh yeah. Well, that in that case, yes. Um,
Like corporations are different. Like BuzzFeed and all that. Like that's like a big ass group of people all coming together to produce one piece of content. But this is like one dude with like his equipment, like like that's different.
yeah, that is true. Damn, you mentioned something I wanted to talk about it. Oh, who's like, who's because I know I feel like you don't watch a lot of people on YouTube. Um, but of people you know or of videos you know, who do you think is like in your case the cringiest or
Cringes?
yeah, or just bad content?
I don't really watch that content.
Right, you're just trying not to expose that. No,
No,
I'm
I
just
mean
kidding.
like I don't know how to answer that because if it's cringy, like I don't go any more into their content.
Yeah, you just thought. Yeah, no, same here.
I'm not like, oh, this person's like fucking bad. Like I'm gonna go watch more of their content and criticize them. And a lot of people do that for some reason. Like
Yeah,
it's a thing that like a lot of people watch
commentary.
the videos that I watch. I mean that I make like on Instagram or like the things that I post, and they're like, that was like, are you on drugs or something? And I'm like, I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah,
Like, and you don't have to be an
it's
asshole about it
yeah,
either. Like,
it's as simple as that.
yeah,
It's just you don't have to like nobody has to watch this
yeah.
podcast. Please watch the podcast. Don't go.
Not watch it, but like I don't care about the criticism.
Yeah, for me it's just I like doing this. I do,
Yeah,
and I'm glad I'm finally finding my route and still trying to improve on it. Um,
very not wrong.
very not wrong, really right. That is right. Anyways, man, this is the last. You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to finally put this stuff on Spotify and
Mhm.
iTunes.
Yeah.
It sounds it's really exciting. I was talking to my brother yesterday about it, and because I feel like I'm slowly growing. I'm making money. The money is the important part.
Ah.
I'm making stacks. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
I
but
can't believe Richard bought a gauntlet just for a video.
no, he didn't buy it for the video. He
What
just
did you get it then?
he just into it. Some people are just into that. Like I don't know. I'm into books. I like buying books. He's into comic stuff.
Yes.
At Comic Con, a lot of people sell those type of stuff, limited edition. Some people are
Yeah.
that's just their hobby.
Well, that's
Just
crazy to me though. Like, damn, it's just a toy. I mean,
it's more than a
no,
toy.
I would get it if it was like, okay, I'm buying it and it's a collectible item. I'm gonna keep it in its box and like, cause I love seeing it as the trophy in my wall. But like taking it out and like putting it on your hand, it's like a $200 fucking collectible. Like, why?
That shit's awesome, dude.
I guess, but
It depends what it is. Okay, so picture this. I don't know, like a samurai sword is pretty awesome. But
that's different. It's
no,
a
it's
fucking samurai sword.
yeah, but okay,
You
it's like
can cut shit with it.
yeah, but it's like Gauntlet. It's like it's from a movie you really appreciate all about. Like nobody would care about the Gauntlet if it wasn't from
Ask.
Endgame.
What's better, a samurai sword or a gauntlet? Just a toy gauntlet, obviously.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
The Infinity Gauntlet, like a two
Yeah,
hundred dollar toy, or a fucking samurai sword, a real samurai sword.
yeah, but like it lights up and it's just like a hobby thing. I don't know. It's just like I'm
I
not.
guess.
You know what? I was gonna say I'm not defending it. I am defending it.
I'm defending the sword.
Yeah, the sword is awesome.
Yeah,
I would want the
I'm
sword.
like
Yeah,
cut
no,
bitches with it.
it's cool,
It's
but
like
like you look badass with the gauntlet is what I'm trying to say.
I guess
And also it's
you look
fun.
badass with both, but like, what can you realistically do with the gauntlet besides just like put it on your hand?
I don't know. I guess collect it. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, but
I don't know. It's just keeping me cool and shit. Um, I don't know. I personally, I it's really hot. I would like it pointed at me.
it's like in my ear.
Yeah. Anyways, um, I feel like I would probably choose the.
Samurai sword.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably a
It's
sam.
cause like think of it like you can really like cut shit with it. You can do damage
Yeah, okay, okay, but think about it.
and
You're not
cut
always gonna be
holes.
like at the end of the day. It's the same thing as the gauntlet. It's just gonna end up on the wall.
You know what I want to do?
What's up?
I want to start an axe throwing business.
Are you mean for
Yeah.
real?
You know, there's people that pay to get an axe and throw it at a wall.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So like, I'll just get like a big, like a wall, and like put like a wooden, like something that the axes can stick to, and people will pay like $200 for an hour to get an axe and just like fucking throw it at a wall.
That sounds kind of like shooting range.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
or not
It's
is
like
the gun range?
like a barbaric shooting range,
Yeah.
like but you're throwing fucking axes at a wall.
That just sounds fun. That sounds really fun.
It's like, you know, I hit a car once. I didn't destroy it fully. It was kind of like a team effort.
Yeah.
We I got like a big ass hammer, and I hit the shit out of a van.
That sounds awesome.
Like, dude, destroying a car with your like with tools like that, that's so stress relieving, and it's a workout.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the last podcast with Alonzo. We're saying how we would want our own room, like full
Yeah.
of china and plates and all that shit, and that we would like
Like
just
breaking
break
shit.
shit because it is a stress reliever. I wonder why that is though. Like, why is that in our DNA? Because I've had times where I'm really energized or just mad,
Yeah.
but I'm not one to throw my phone because I paid a lot for it. Although I can see like some people doing that, but I've had times where I want to break something just out of like stress or like just punch something, you know?
That could be another business. Like, get a mat, and then not necessarily like a mat, one of those like plastic like
Bubble
things.
wrap.
No, no, no. Just so you can clean it up easily. And
Oh,
then
oh yeah.
have like buy a bunch of plates from China that are like 25 cents a piece and charge people. I don't know. I don't know. Like you can charge per plate or no. You could be like, all right, you have.
I feel like
Uh,
charging on that plate.
well, you can charge people to break shit pretty much. I don't know about the actual like how much you would you charge, but like, you just charge them to like, all right, you can break like this amount of plates, like however you want. You could throw them, you could like smash them with a hammer,
Yeah.
like just the business of having people pay to break shit. I feel like that's really I don't know. It's just a little hobby that you could do. It's not a scalable business. I'm not saying this is a, like oh it's a business idea.
Oh,
No, it's just
yeah.
like
I wonder
it's just
why.
for fun.
Why do you think that's in our nature? It's just to break shit.
I don't know because we're unga bungas.
We are. You know what I always try to incorporate just within like my lifestyle. It sounds crazy, I know, but I don't know because when you think of our ancestors and stuff, we were cavemen. We were hunting food. I don't know when we were talking about this which podcast, but we're basically saying how we used to come back from descendants where people were hunting for their food, and now you could just order food like, and you don't even have to
Yeah.
move. So I wonder how that is affecting our generation. I'm not saying it's going to hell, but I'm saying what I am saying is like you can just order food online. You don't have to
Yeah.
move, and and
That's why I think it would be like a viable business because it's in our genetics. Like that's why people go hunting
yeah.
like a sport.
Would you go
It's the
hunting?
same thing. Not really. I'm not that into
I
it. I would
put
go shooting.
shooting. Oh, just shooting.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay. I
shooting.
thought you meant you were like shoot the animals or some shit.
No,
Well, I
like
mean, yeah.
I want to go fishing because I feel less bad about because I can release them. I don't know about just like shooting animals for fun. That's not.
Is
That's
there
not that much.
is there do fish feel pain?
Yeah,
They feel pain, right?
yeah,
So do they feel pain when you're like hooking them and shit?
yeah. I mean, I'm sure. I don't think they don't have like
No, I thought I heard some, or maybe it's grass or something that doesn't feel pain. But I also heard a study where grass and shit,
grass
like
feels pain.
yeah, like plants, yeah,
Ah,
like
go fucking
I know, like fuck you, flower. Uh,
destroy your life.
yeah. Hey, the vegans are the real enemies
Or
here.
vegans.
Yes. Uh,
Plants feel pain too, guys.
we're just gonna have to starve. Sadly, what was I gonna say? I will probably transition into hunting later on as one of my hobbies. I've never killed anything, but
Me neither.
Joe Rogan did talk about um hunting because he's known for like hunting elk and just hunting all these other types of animals, and he finds as he'd rather he hunt the animal than it die slowly than by another like tiger or some shit like that.
That's like nature. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Well, but we used to do that though. That's the thing. We naturally used to hunt animals. So
But it was because we had to, otherwise we would starve to death.
yeah, but well, in his defense, he says he'd rather have that than get animals that are because there are some cows and all stuff that are tortured before they're even like they die pretty slow,
Yeah.
and that shit is I'm not saying I'm like I guess well yeah I am against I don't want no animal to be dying like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather it die really fast and like painless. So in his defense, he's saying he would rather he hunt the animal and just kill it and then just like just like give full mercy and stuff like that.
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I'm not an expert on animals or like
I mean,
the
but you don't really have
cycle, but like,
yeah,
doesn't that hurt like
the environment.
nature's process? Yeah, like it's a cycle.
Well, sometimes we have to do that because there's too many of them.
Well, that's different though.
Yeah, but that's why people still do it now to get rid
Yeah,
of like it's not really strict on hunting animals, but it's just kind of like oh you can do that.
yeah,
Um, and I'm pretty sure they make laws if there's well they have made laws. Oh you can't hunt these rhinos anymore and
yeah.
personally I would only hunt if I'm gonna eat the animal. If it's just like trophy hunting, I'm okay. I'm not personally I kind of find that weird. Like hanging up a bear's head like a
Yeah.
bear's head on the wall or a deer's head or
That's
that is hmm, or like having a bear rug. Some people are into that. I don't know.
That's weird to me.
That is, I would the way he says it, he only does it, which I find it really ethical. He only does it if he's gonna eat it, and he freezes the meat like it's a big ass. It'll be a big ass
Yeah.
elk, And he says he freezes the meat, and that shit will last them like months. And so I mean that's awesome, and like I don't know, that's really cool. So I feel like maybe I can do that, but there was a big thing of Chris Pratt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think he this one time he got into controversy because he posted that he was like an animal hunter, and then
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Wow, you're fucked up!" Like everyone thinks you're funny and shit, but you're out here killing animals. It's like, I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
Hunting.
yeah. I mean, like let him live his life. Well, I have a good question. Speaking of controversy on that, um, what do you think about? It's like long due, but what do you think about Elon Musk and the controversy of him smoking weed on the podcast?
I don't care.
I really don't care, dude. I feel like he should be able to do whatever he wants,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like when people are like, "Oh, you should be vegan."
Do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not pushing other people,
Yeah,
like forcing others into your own beliefs. Like, I don't criticize like anyone for what they do, and I expect them. Like, I respect whatever you do
yeah,
as long as you don't try to like push it like on
yeah.
me. Like religion, like there's a lot of people that are religious, but they be like, "Oh, why do you not think like this?" And I'm just like, Why the fuck do you care? You don't know me. Like,
Yeah.
why does everyone have to be like you? Like,
if
what
if
the
if
fuck?"
the world were that way, it wouldn't be. It would just be the opposite of
Yeah.
perfect. It would be boring. I would say. Um, that was something I was gonna go on. Yeah, like it's like being vegan. There's some people that push being vegan. It's cool to promote it, but not push it on people.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I have one last question before we end the podcast. Uh, Sco, you're not religious. I know that, right? That's public. Right? Or you're not. I would say you're agnostic. I feel.
I just don't. It's not a priority in my life. Technically, I'm Catholic. I just don't.
Yeah, it's kind of the last thing I think
I don't
about.
identify as anything. Not even. I don't even know what agnostic is. Like, I just. It's not my culture. I don't do.
Agnostic is pretty much like you don't know. Like you don't want to say you're Christian, but you don't want to say oh there is. Like you're not atheist either. You're kind of in the middle. Um, but also it's not like you really care too much about really being either. Because some
Yeah.
people are full on oh I'm atheist, but maybe a lot of psychologists talk about, especially Jordan Peterson talks about how you should at least try and believe in something, like even if
Yeah.
it's not a god. But I'm not really sure about like the cons of fully believing that or that there's nothing out there because
I believe in the power of like people to put themselves like in opportunities until their time comes. Like the success, it's like people think it's all like, oh, thank you God, but like there's opportunities, but
yeah,
it's opportunity and being prepared.
yeah,
It's like opportunities are not always coming, but you got to be prepared for when one comes your way,
yeah, and
and then that's how you get
that's called
success.
being lucky. Like people call it luck, but it's just like no, you prepared yourself
Yeah,
for being in that situation. That's not luck.
yeah,
But I always do take it in good intentions when people are like, "Oh, God bless," because it's like it's something
yeah.
nice. It's not like "fuck you." I'm not like,
No, I mean if someone tells me like God bless you, or not even like because I sneeze or something. If they say like oh bless you,
it's
like
like
I mean I'll take it as a compliment. Like
yeah, it's like thank you, dude. Like
whatever
that's
religion they're on, like thank you
yeah,
because they're not saying it as like they're not pushing anything onto you. It's just like
yeah.
they're
Yo,
using their own beliefs to like bring positive
it's
energy
just
to
it's
you.
just being respectful and
Yeah,
also just open minded. Like if you were closed minded and someone said God bless you, you'd probably be offended, and that's like stupid over
yeah.
getting offended over just like
Someone's trying to like give you positive.
yeah. So why would you get mad at that?
No, I respect like any religion. Like I've had friends that are like from very different like Chinese. I don't know. There's like
What about
there's way
oh,
more than I can even imagine.
what about this? I remember in middle school, someone's friend, and I saw their friend, someone's friend was saying they're Satanists. I don't know anything about that.
Whatever fucking
I know.
whatever
As
it
long
is
as you're
that
a
you
nice
like. Yeah,
person and as long as you're treating people like kindly and stuff,
yeah.
I'm all for it. What about this? It's not really religious. I did want to talk about this on the last podcast with Alonso, but I kind of forgot. What do you think about horoscopes and all that stuff?
It's the same thing. Like I honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe in, I don't care.
Do you think I'm like that too? But sometimes I think um, I'm full on board with what you think,
Yeah.
but sometimes I think it can be kind of silly.
I mean, I just don't have time to
Yeah.
like. Unless like I'm having a conversation with someone. That's all they're talking about. Like they think their whole life is predicated on like that kind of belief. I'm just like I'll just get away from the person. Like I'll be like, all right, like, and I'll try to understand them where they're coming from. I'll try to find the kind of like a logic behind it,
Yeah.
and I won't be disrespectful so much as to say like that doesn't make sense. Why do you believe in that? But I would just be like, okay, I guess I'll try to understand.
Yeah, but okay. Here's the thing. What if how do you think the world would be if you could easily prove there was no God? Like what has someone said? A
Katana,
katana, no doubt.
that's super late.
I know. Anyways, okay, so what else? Basically, well, in the podcast right now in a couple minutes, but I guess the last topic I want to talk about is I'm not saying it's annoying, but at the same time I don't really care. But a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm like this because I'm a Gemini," or "I'm like this because I."
Same thing. As long as they're not pushing it onto me, like
I know, but it's like, okay, let's say someone was, um, well, I mean, at that point, yes, that would affect you. I was gonna say, let's say someone was rude to you or something, or like someone just didn't have, like, you couldn't connect with them, and their response was, "Oh, it's because oh, we don't really connect because I'm a Gemini and you're a Aquarius or something like that."
I mean, they're right. We don't connect, but
that has that.
I would be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, I wouldn't try to fight it. I would just be like,
I would brush it off, but I'd be like, "Come on now, that's kind of silly."
yeah. I mean, if that's just being close minded. You're talking about like I don't even meet you. I just know your sign, and I'm just like, I'm not talking.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
much.
that's just
That sounds like a type of
being close.
racism.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
don't know.
because there's sexism, racism, and it's like, oh, you were born at that month. That's that's
Yeah.
birthism. Birth is yo. Let's make birthism into a thing. Oh, you were born in June.
Put
Gross.
that on a t-shirt. Like this.
Birthism. Yes. We started a new thing, birthism, which is related to
Start a page on it. Let's start
uh.
a page.
I know. Just brag about whatever. I would be June birth is. To be honest, I don't really care what like. But some people take that up to value because some people are like, "Oh, I was born in." I used to like I used to be like, "Oh, I was born the same month as Kanye." Now it's like I don't really care. I
Yeah.
mean, that's cool, I guess, but
I
it's not.
mean, I didn't know people did that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do that. Like, yeah, a lot of people do that. I think that's pretty much it, though. Anything else you want to say? You want to plug anything?
Nah, my back hurts. That's why like I'm just like, fuck.
Anyways, all right, guys, that's gonna be it. I'm your typical host on this typical podcast, episode 5. I appreciate you guys watching. You're not gonna plug anything? No, you're good. You're good. Well, anyways, if you want to check out his Instagram, it's in the description, and I think that's gonna be it. I hope you guys have a nice day. Oh, the last thing I'll announce, yes, we will be on Spotify and iTunes really soon. I'm working on that.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that for all the audio listeners because some people don't want to watch; they just want to listen. I mean, that's the whole point of a podcast. Yeah, so I'm gonna be having Angel Bayo and Johnny. I don't know his last name. Anyways, just
Johnny?
yeah, um, the Simple Tones.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna be hosting. Well, they're gonna be presenting their new upcoming song that's gonna be coming out. So I'm really excited for that. It sounds really cool because I heard nothing and it was them two, and that sounds like a really. Have you heard it?
No,
It's a really good song. Anyways, yes, we're gonna be having them. So yes, I'm excited for that. It won't be live, but I was gonna say I'll probably leave questions. But yeah, it's just check it out. I have highlights soon. I'm working on a lot of videos. yeah, that's all I can say. You guys have a nice day. Bye. Yo.